Hey, hi everybody. It's me, I'm back. Thanks for all your patience, and I just want to thank everybody for all the beautiful messages and the support and the donations that have been coming in to help support this channel and my travel and my mission over the next year or so. Heads up, there are going to be some changes coming. I've been rather quiet because there's a lot going on within me, sort of in the background and in the foreground. My daughter has been here visiting, and there's a lot, just like your life. So today's the eclipse. Beautiful Cancer. Let's talk. My guides are saying let's talk. I'm going to be as brief as I can. So let's jump in. Here's what my guides are talking about. And hang on, just going to switch screens. There we go. So that's the first card out. All right, Heart Fire. So we're talking about the year ahead. And Cancer, it's going to be we know, Cancer, you operate from your heart, from whatever the burning desire is within your heart. That's what drives you. So this year, while we're all doing our individual work and our work to weave together the tapestry, to actually work together, those are some of the changes that I'm going to make as soon as I get total clarity for you. It's your passion that's going to drive you forward. And it's something deep within your heart that causes your desire from your heart to blossom and to open and to be very fiery and very passionate. Okay? So that's from the journey of love. That's right off the top of the deck, my guides are saying. So from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, look at that. Flow. I love this. This has come up a lot for Virgo over the 2019. I keep forgetting we're in a new year now, a new decade. So, you're flowing, in a sense, into your heart's desire. Whatever that is. Actually, it came out like this. I always forget. It's backwards. So, there you go, Cancer. You are literally spinning and weaving, because that's what my guides are talking about, and changing yourself. Because you're needed to be here in your full self, in your full energy. So whatever it is that's deep inside of you that has not been expressed, it's going to be happening this year if you commit yourself to the process I think that we're all going to be in. So last year we were perfecting our energy, and while doing that, coming into some greater knowledge of who we're meant to be, who we want to be. What are we going to do with that? So now it's time to flow together, because my guides have been talking about this is the year that we're going to weave the tapestry. After this year, I don't know if I'm going to be here because there's so much change coming for me. And I think if I am here after this year, it will be vastly different. So the same thing going on for you, Cancer. You're flowing into yourself, whatever this heart desire is that's causing you to blossom, along with, as you're doing that, weaving the tapestry with the people. My guides are saying the words for whom you are meant to be serving. And so as you do that, this is how you stand in your own life. Okay? Beautiful Luminous Warrior. It's a bit of a phoenix type of existence. So something coming forward, and we see this fiery energy, love energy from a Cancer. In some way, it's a little bit unusual. Cancer's our cardinal sign. You can be really intense. But there's something very fiery about this flow that's coming from deep within you. And I think for a lot of people, you're going to rise from whatever's been holding you back, flow into the new part of your existence, or something that's been dormant. Perhaps. We'll see as the year goes on. All right? So understand yourself in this way. And this is how you stand in your life while you work on your own self-evolution and as a warrior engaging in weaving the tapestry. So the first thing that came out, actually, the guides want to talk about is exactly that. So I was happy to see this because I think they go together really well. Look at that. That's the 8 of Pentacles, the elopement of knowledge. So in the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck, it's a story about somebody who went through, oh my gosh. Okay, so the word that's coming through is cataclysmic change for a very positive end. It's about gaining mastery working really hard at whatever it is that drives you forward. Based on the oracle cards, we know a little bit about that. So there's going to be a lot of attention paid to yourself and your journey this year from a very passionate point of view. And you are going to be working really hard to sort of spin that flow, the Cancer flow, the way the Cancer element, the water element, is meant to flow forward into its own existence. That's the warriorship that you're taking up. And it's going to be your primary objective, basically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So this is a story. For those of you who don't know the Celtic Wisdom Tarot, it's a story about a goddess who set a cauldron, made a spell. It had to simmer for a year and a day. So I think it's very significant that this is coming up. There's something that's going to happen through all the hard work that you're doing that you are not going to anticipate. Some sudden, rapid change. It's going to really literally change your existence. So the end of the story is somebody, the brew overflowed, the young man that was watching the cauldron reached out, it splashed on his hands, it was hot, so he stuck them into his mouth, and in that moment he was transformed. There was a lot of shape-shifting that happened, and in the end of the story, he became one of the greatest wisdom holders of his age through this massive, and I mean massive, shift and change. So that's the umbrella that you're walking under as a luminous warrior. And check it out, Cancer. You see the new road? That's what my guides are talking about, okay? So there's some of you out there who are not going to feel ready. This is really, that's why my guides are saying cataclysmic, okay? Because it's that deep of a change. So don't worry, the guides are there with you. It is time. You are ready. You don't have to fake it till you make it. That's what that young guy, my guides are calling him that kid. That's what he was doing, okay? So the dialogue of knowledge, Two of Pentacles. You are going to come to balance, but it's a very new road, something very different than you've ever done before. And it may simply be within you, but it's part of what needs to happen to weave the tapestry. So don't fear it, okay? You're going to have accompaniment, you're going to have guides, you're going to have the teachers that you need to help you come into balance after this cataclysmic change. And look, I pre-shuffled the deck. All right, so look at that. You know who she is? That's the Queen of Battle. Ooh, it's going to be a mystical year, Cancer, while you flow into your existence, your new existence, because your life is going to change forever. It's true for all of us. 2020 is going to be intense. If you have not looked at the astrology, please do. I encourage everyone to, my guys are saying the word go with, to check out Molly McCord. There are many fabulous spiritual astrology readings online. My guides are saying avail yourself of that. It's very important if you haven't done it or you're not in the habit. All right. So the beautiful crow, Shamaness, the sacred Morrigan, the Queen of Battle, Queen of Swords. She is a mystical being. She can shapeshift, and you are going to be led into this journey on the earthly plane through some kind of connection like this. It may be feminine set point, it may be feminine energy within you, but something very mystical is going to happen. And there, you're going to have some battles. This woman was known to turn into a crow and fly over the battlefield, peck out the eyes of the enemy. So there are going to be some challenges, but don't you worry, because you have the Queen of Battle on your side. So while you are going through your battles, there's a lot of healing that's going to come forward. I love that this is here because we're talking about swords and battles, and there's the woman of knowledge. She's literally picking healing herbs and flowers from the gravestone of her brother who is buried there. And I don't know, some of you are sort of new to the channel. So that stone, way back in 2017, when I was in Ireland and I went into the passage tombs, I actually found that stone. It was not a curbstone. It was one of the lintel stones above the passageway at the entry. I think it was in Fort Knox, Cold Hills. Yeah, my guides are saying yes. So if you want to search back, you can find that video. In fact, it's interesting because one of my subscribers was talking with me about a reading that I did from there. I'll try to dig that up and put the link below, okay? So whatever has passed away from your life, that is what brings forward the healing. And I think that's why there's so much, my guides are calling it diligence that you're going to need this year. But so I just want to point this out. A lot of balance. There's going to be a lot of change, but you're going to come to balance. You're going to have help. So see that woman of knowledge. And then we've got the balance of knowledge, right? The dialogue. So a lot of sacred dialogue that's going to go on from whoever your personal guides are, whatever that means to you. Look, there's the next card. That is the Six of Cups. So we're talking about love energy, that which comes out of your sacred knowing. See that? It's a foundation card in this deck. The art of loving. What does it mean? When you connect the love that's within you, hang on one second, my guys are chattering. That which is within you, the fire in your heart, all right, that causes you to shift and change and flow forward and work really hard at it, all right? So there's something about this earthly existence. Perhaps there's a connection, you know, Six of Cups, people will talk about soulmates and past love and the feelings of nostalgia, the things maybe that you were connected with in the past. So we see this person who's plunged themselves as an initiate into the sacred hut to be in touch with the universe, to bring forward. I think that's what the heart of fire is about. I think there's something dormant or encoded, as a lot of people say, within each one of us. Doesn't matter what your sign is. So definitely it's a year to check out all your astrology so you really know. So there's something that you came in with. My guides are talking about Capricorn. Interesting. So whatever that is, okay, here's what's coming. So there's chatter coming through about, as a cardinal sign, it's time for you to draw upon the power like a Capricorn does. It's very innate for a Capricorn. They don't have to work at it. Cancer sometimes has to work at it, but don't forget how powerful you are and what your connection really is to the universe, the sacred realm. Something about a past life, I think, coming forward for a lot of you. And you have a lot of protection. This is also about someone who was an initiate, had a sacred teacher. So you're going to go deep, deep, deep. My guides are saying deep and deep. And look, this is the bridge card, Cancer. See that? Ten of Swords. Look. Look what's on the table. Okay? Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords. So whatever it is, whatever happens this year for many, many of you, and you know, general reading, I can't read for everybody on the planet, but these are the themes that are coming through. Okay, so I trust that it's for either the people who come to this channel and meant to see it or a significant number. So again, we're talking about a cardinal sign. So something is ending. It may be very painful. And remember where we started. Massive shift and change. We're talking about the flow of your being into its new form. I feel clear about that, given everything and the way the cards are coming out. All right. So this can be painful, the end of a cycle. We see this notion of souls in a boat. And Cancer is a cardinal sign. There you are at the helm. You see that? Okay. This is a story about people who are rowing on the ocean. They cannot find their destination. They fear all is lost. It's the moment of transition because the sun is coming up. The shore is right there. They can't see it because of their, it's interesting, because of their blindness to the situation. So whatever you've been blind to in your life or unable to get free of or to end or walk away from, it's going to happen because there's a literal mystical battle going on. Cancer. And this beautiful queen, this woman, the Morrigan, she's going to guide you. I think you're going into the deep because of all the way the stories are coming out. Remember that cauldron? You're going in deep. So you're going to have teachers, you're going to have guides. Whatever needs to end in your life, it's happening because it is in the position of the bridge card in this reading, which is very significant. All right, so interesting. Look, that's a Three of Swords. So a lot of you are engaged in some kind of battle. It does have to do with your heart. It was the first card out, was Heart Fire. So some kind of wounding or heartbreak that's coming to a place of healing. It's going to happen in a very mystical way. So this is about two warriors who were engaged in a battle. In this deck, it's on the level of your soul. So this is literally a battle for clarity to bring forward the end of some kind of cycle in order to free you. Okay? That's a very mystical battle. It's going to bring a lot of healing, and you're going to go deep. I think you're going to heal something from past life, or perhaps, for some of you, it can be really just on the human level, just past relationships, something about loving that needs to heal. And this Three of Swords on the level of your soul circuit and your soul cycle definitely means that this year in 2020, you have the opportunity to heal the wounds of your heart. That's why the heart fire was first thing out. Yeah, see, now I'm getting choked up. So that's always a confirmation for me. There's an enormous amount of, okay, my guys are calling it information. I was going to say emotion. So both of those things are true. So just understand Okay, so my guys are talking about that's your mission. They often talk about you don't really need a mission, just be who you are. That's how we weave the tapestry, is to really be with yourself. But if you need or want that notion, here it is. That's what they're talking about. So this year in 2020, you can literally heal the wounds. Remember this? Something that's gone before. Maybe some of you are wounded from a past relationship that you've never healed, or something about your heart. For a lot of us, it's about our families. Goodness gracious, we all know that. It can be really difficult. So this is about two people who were in battle, and they were intending to fight each other to the death. And it was the battle that caused them to actually come into clarity. And my guides are saying safety. That's interesting, right? So at the end of the battle, they realized when one of them was about to get washed away, the other person put their sword in the ground and realized, I don't want to fight with this person. And so they helped each other come back into a place of balance after a wounding. It was a deep heart chakra wounding that they were fighting over. And this man killed this woman's lover. He was a soldier. It was his job. It was not done with any malfeasance. But it's what happened. So it's interesting that if we're talking on the level of the planet, that's what's been going on, right? Since we came here, I think that's what we've been meant to be learning about. All the workings and the manifestations of the heart chakra. So we're carrying on a soul level intense amount of wounding. And I have a lot of water in my chart. That's why I'm saying we. It's absolutely true for me. It's not right on the tippy top what Cancer it is for you. Because look, after that wounding, whatever it was that impacted your soul, the cycle and the circuit of your soul, it's time for that to come into balance now and come into healing. Clearly, if we look at the cards that have come out. So that's a King of Cups. That's the next step. So it's really time for you to go very, very deep into the mystical realm to bring forward the healing. And it's out of a past life, okay? So I think you're meant to heal something that maybe have probably has been giving you some challenges in your human life, but again, on the circuit of your soul. That's why you're here for this particular moment. That's the sacred pathfinder. So it's really interesting because my guides always talk about these two as mates. Technically, they're not. That's the Queen of Battle and the King of Cups, but they're both warriors in a very intense, mystical way. So, whoops. So, he's the sacred pathfinder. See that? There's some kind of intense transformation going on. So, the pathfinder is a mystical king. He has, his sacred vision comes from the heart chakra. See that? He's definitely a warrior. His spear is known to clear away any obstacles that exist while he is using his sacred vision to find the path forward. And he also has the ability, do you see all the fire in this reading? He has the ability to shapeshift like the Queen does. Very interesting. Sorry. Look. Okay. This is the chatter that's going on in the background for me. coming through. So there's something interesting about this. This is your story this year. So please remember, my guys are saying, remember yourself. And the last card on the soul level of my readings, it's going to be an adventure. And it's interesting because that's where we started with this massive adventure, shift and change and shape shifting. So the King of Hearts and the Queen of Swords in this deck are able to shape shift to go and have a mystical journey. So the male and female part of you, I believe, some of you might be with a sacred mate. We'll find out as the year goes on. But for these year ahead readings, I just really wanted to focus just on you. All right, just my guides are saying, just focus on yourself. So a mystical adventure coming forward, definitely. See that? That is the Knight of Wands. And we all know he's very action-oriented. He's very tempestuous. He is known to be impetuous and to respond to the urges that come from deep within his passionate existence. So there's something going on because take a look. I will post, as I always say, as I try to remember to say, on the community tab, I'll post a picture of the reading. But look, that's how it looks on the table. Check it out. Cancer, you're going deep to a mystical adventure. There is going to be a lot of shape shifting. It's literally all over this reading. So my guides are saying, so buckle up. And look, of course, so today's the day of the lunar eclipse in Cancer. So there's something that's happening. It's actually full moon today, but we know that basically what this is indicating is that you're touching the stone of destiny, and it literally transforms you. It's about spiritual activation and self-actualization. Pentacles, all right? It's a prophecy. The augury of knowledge, the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of spiritual wisdom coming in for some of you, massive transformation. Pay close attention this year to the moon cycles. Go and check out the astrology. My guides always chatter about that, but literally this is the goddess Morfessa. She's the guardian of the sacred places. She's touching the stone of destiny because of the information that's coming into her. You see that? That's what's going on. So there's something being illuminated. There's a prophecy starting about the use of the Cancer energy in this plane of existence. So again, my guides are talking about if you want a mission, you got it. There it is. And they want you to know really clearly because we have Cancer in the North Node until May. So it's going to be really important for you to follow along the astrology and to understand how the tarot mirrors that for you as you go through the year, Cancer, okay? So I'm gonna just zip it there. I actually am, many of you know I'm on the road. I'm gonna be doing a little traveling this afternoon. And because of the effects of the eclipse and all the things that are going on for me, I'm just letting the time, I'm like just allowing time to unfold while I'm coming to clarity. And I've been doing a lot of, just in the last, well, since the turn, my guides are saying since the turn of the year, but really since Christmas, I've been on my own sacred journey, a lot of traveling outwardly and inwardly. So I just want to wish you all well, and I will be making announcements soon, and looking forward to traveling with you through the year. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. And my guides are talking about, okay, listen to your internal guidance as you go through the year. You'll know more than I will because you're going to have a very mystical year. You're going to be deeply in touch with yourself and your own guides. So I'll be here to talk with you whatever my guides have to say, and I'll look forward to it. Okay, a lot of chatter, sorry. They're talking about the deepening of your understanding of yourself as a sacred vibrational being. And we're going to talk about that this year because we're going to be focusing on weaving the tapestry. All right, Cancer, thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Have a great week and enjoy this eclipse day. Bye.